crazy, go crazy, crazy, no crazy, no crazy,
What's good? I'm Shonen, and today I'd like to talk to you about Vinland Saga Episode 5, The Path of Blood, or as I like to call it, The Color of the Supreme King, because that's exactly what we got this episode. First things first, shout out to Gwent for sponsoring this episode. Now I have another reason to study Nordic geography. And secondly, I need the wit to map a comparison shot of King Swain's death last season, because I know that Mappa tends to redo the entire scene, but they don't redo their entire introduction, apparently. I almost forgot how much this scene reminded me of the Red Wedding, not because I actually watched Game of Thrones, and I can tell you exactly why that is, but because I remember thinking, wow, I really thought Askeladd was gonna become a main character and he was gonna luck out. Like all this talk about his luck running out was gonna get him to a dire situation, but being the blood of King Arthur was gonna carry him forward. He's gonna be like one of Canute's council going forward to season 2. So I just assume this is how people felt during the Red Wedding. What? Anyway, if you don't mind, let's talk about this episode for a bit. We catch up with Canute as he makes his way through a world that's grown quite chaotic since his father's passing. Canute looks like he's seen all that war has to offer when he orders Gunnar to behead the pillagers. Gunnar, being the untrustworthy fuck that he is, won't be rushing to fulfill this order anytime soon, I'm sure. Also, fuck Floki. But if there's anything new this episode has taught me, it's this. Canute is lit, my boy. He's not the same young man that we saw him grow into last season who became enlightened because he found out what love was. No. He's a full Chad now, threatening to burn down villages and assassinating King Zeke Yeager style. I love it. Thorkel, on the other hand, not too much of a fan of the new Canute, and I can understand, he's been blue-balled in the battlefield, but also I assume the honorable person that Thorkel is does not agree with the way that Canute is just, taking his throne. But I like it, so fuck him. I know I was trying to make the case last week for the Thorvin and Canute reunion, but I think I'm much more of a fan of this darker path that they're going down. After all this hype for the first assassination, he's still not king, and you ruined his perfect little face? I'd be spiking the supply too, though I would kind of be lying if I didn't admit, at least, that I wasn't fully on board with Canute taking the more honorable path up until this episode, because I thought that's really what he was set up for last season. But no, it kind of looks like he's seen the dead end of this path right now, and I'm okay with this. More than okay. Funny enough, Thorvin is also starting from a dark place, but it now seems like he's going the opposite direction of Canute, which makes me question whether or not they'll actually see each other this season. I know they have to, right? They're the two central characters to the story right now, but maybe it takes the first half of the season for them to even start to make that pathway. What a turn of events. This is great. I love this. I love the way that this is going. This picked up very fast. I don't even know how many chapters this covers. I'll put that here. But it does feel like, for all the time that we took, with this burning down scene, this negotiation scene is the second half of the episode. And then we get a bit of, flash forward, right? The assassination of the other kings. But it doesn't feel slow at all. I'm so fine with this. This is excellent pacing. And we got, 20 more episodes of this? I love it. I'm so spoiled right now. Anyway, that's all I really got. I'm very sorry for not putting this out yesterday. I was very busy with a side project. And I will be putting out another couple of shorts because I got dicked this week on the big 3. I really thought at least My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen were coming out, but My Hero kind of glitched out and gave us chapter 380, but when you clicked on it on the Viz app, it just wasn't there. And then it went from next chapter in 7 days to next chapter in 14 days. So I was really, confused Sunday morning. Although I should have probably picked up on this when, I didn't see the scans for it by Friday. I just assumed, they're not, my scan site is not covering this. So I'm just gonna have to wait for the official like an idiot. So my apologies for that. I'll be putting out a Jujutsu Kaisen review in short form. So look out for that Thursday, Wednesday. I don't know. This is coming out tonight, so I'll put that out tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, another announcement. I am streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna start my Legend of Zelda playthrough. I have quite a few games to cover before the Breath of the Wild sequel comes out. And I will be getting through as many of them as I possibly can. I feel like I have enough time to complete about 3 games. And that's pretty much all I wanted to do. I want to do Breath of the Wild, obviously. I've never played it before, or I've played it for like 2 seconds. I just know what to expect in the sequel. I've never played Skyward Sword, and I feel like, with these 2 games being like at the end of the timeline, I have to start with the first one. I'm not gonna be playing Ocarina of Time. I'm playing that with my girl right now, and I went and played Majora's Mask as an adult because I definitely couldn't even like get through the first temple as a kid. I won't be doing that again. I don't have time. But I will be covering Skyward Sword. I'll do like, the Legends of Zelda's 1 and 2, the old ones. And then I'll be covering, if I can, Twilight Princess. And if there is time for that, then that'd be great, because I've also, been very excited to play that one. I'm just a huge Zelda fan, and I figured if I'm going to come back to streaming, I'm going to come back doing things that I want to do. I as much as I would like to, get support and get subscribers while doing my daily rituals in Destiny 2, I don't think that's fun for stream, and that's also just not something that I want to do. That's something that I like put my headphones on and I just put a podcast on and just play away. I don't feel like that's something people would enjoy. I'm not trying to make the streaming thing specifically for that, because I feel like that's how you get into a hole. But cynicism aside, starting out with Zelda, and then as the games progress, maybe I'll throw down a countdown timer for the sequel, but we'll find a way. We'll find a way somehow. So looking forward to that. We'll see you soon. Those streams are going to start late this week, right? So I'll put one out. I'll start streaming tomorrow, but going forward they'll be on Tuesdays to Friday, or Tuesdays to Thursday, I believe. I don't want to dedicate Fridays to streams just yet. Maybe once I move from this place, I'll be able to do that. But right now, let's stick to 3 days a week. That's something I can handle. I'll see you there. Bye. Oh, be safe.